Hello students, welcome to Shriyana classes. In this video, we'll be talking about introduction to Java using BlueJ. So BlueJ is a Java development environment which allows you to develop Java programs very quickly. What are the main features of BlueJ? Simple, interactive, and portable. So since BlueJ is a user-friendly and is beginner-friendly software, so it makes user to write programs very quickly. Interactive because it allows you to visualize objects and inheritance methods using BlueJ, and portability because BlueJ runs on Mac, Windows, Linux, and other operating systems. So it is portable, and sometimes it requires no installation because it can be provided using a zip file. So who created Java? BlueJ was created by Michael Colling during his pedagogical language and environmental system called BlueJ as his of PhD work. So BlueJ is a port of Blue to Java, was first released in 1999 thanks to generous support from Sun Microsystems and more recently Oracle after takeover. BlueJ development and support has been continued since then. So what are the things required for a BlueJ? So BlueJ has a certain features like an IDE. So IDE is the integrated development environment. There are a lot of IDEs for Java. So first IDE is editor. So editor allows you to write Java programs. Debug allows you to debug programs when when you are making certain mistakes. A viewer allows you to certain view parts of your program, and allows you to easy way to run program, and allows you to create documentations for a certain programs. So what are the steps to create a BlueJ program in Java? To create a project, open BlueJ and select new from project menu. Then to name the project, create the name, and followed by to create a class called a new class button and specify the class name. Then you need to double click the new class to edit your class name, and then compile it. A class cannot run with an object. To create an object, right click a class after compiling and select a function having the same name as the class name. The object is created which appears as a red box. To execute a program, this object has to be executed. Right click on the object and select any function that you have created. The object output will appear in the terminal window as you see in the right of the page. So what are the characteristics of Java? So Java allows you to write once, run anywhere. It is highly secure, lightweight, and has built-in graphics. It is object-oriented, platform-independent because it can run on multiple platforms like Windows, Linux, Mac OS, and other operating systems. Support multimedia and it's an open product because it is free. What are the fundamentals of writing a Java program? Like any other computer language, Java has some rules and conventions that need to be followed while writing a program. So first is character set. Java recognizes the Unicode character set as a valid set of characters. So Unicode is a set of alphabets, symbols, which allows you to write a character set. Punctuators, these are separators that are used to identify and isolate the different tokens like brackets. Then punctuators are basically symbols which are used in Java program. Variable is a variable name given to a particular location in the memory where a value can be stored, retrieved, and altered during program execution. Constant is a named data type storage. Basically, constant is a variable which cannot be altered during any part of the execution. Expression is a combination of constants, variables, and operators. Functions. A function is a piece of code. So basically, when you're writing program, it's a monolithic program. So if you break up the pieces of the program and make up into different parts into different sections, it is called functions. So data can be passed into a function called return value. So class, it is a user-defined data type that contains data members and members function together in a single unit. Objects are instances of a classes. The data type of variable constant refers to the data type that can hold. So basically, the variable holds data. So the value which can be held in a data is dictated by the data type. So a data type can be of various types like int, byte, short, long, float, double, boolean, and char, which are called the fundamental data types. And class objects and arrays fall under different data type. Let us see what are the syntax of writing a Java program. So first of all, you need to declare a class. So class first program followed by a bracket, second bracket, and followed then by void display, which is a function. Then bracket open. Then inside that system.out.println is a statement which is used to display anything on your terminal screen. System.print, this is my first program which is being written in your screen, and then which is the bracket opening, bracket closing for display function, and bracket closing for the end of the class. So each of the Java code has a has so each of the Java code has a system.println function. So system.println function, what is the difference between system.println and println? So system.println displays a certain line, and after the program is executed, it creates a new line after that certain line. But system.println displays a certain line you want to print, and after that it enters a new line. So ln is a reverse notation of nl. Nl means new line. Now let us see the program for sum of two numbers. So class sum of two numbers void display sum. So we have created a function called void display sum. Inside that we have declared a int a equals to 5. So value of a is being stored inside the variable a, which can only store a value of data type int. Similarly, 3 is being stored inside variable b, and only a data type of int has been declared. So ultimate then int sum has been declared as a variable, since sum equals to a plus b. So a plus b, so these two values will be added up and will get stored inside the sum. Then the system.print, the sum is being printed along with the name. Then you will see the division of two programs. Void display quotient int a, int b. So int q and int rem. So rem q equals to a divided by b. So remember that this division symbol always show the quotient part. Suppose 5 divided by 2, so 2 2s are 4, so remainder is 1. So here the q quotient part will hold the value of 2, and the mod which is the percentage symbol you are seeing gives output of remainder. So 2 2s are 4, so 2 2s are, so 2 is the remainder, so 2 is the quotient, and 2 2s are 4, so 5 minus 4 is 1, so remainder will be stored inside here. Then the quotient will be printed like this. Then so like similar to other programs, we have in this program we will be displaying the area of a certain circle. So here double r is used to take the value of radius of a circle, and double area and cir is being shown as a notation, shown as a double data of variable of data type double. So two variable double variable has been declared. So area equals to 3.141. As you know, the formula of pi 3 pi r square. So pi r square is the formula. So pi has a value of 3.14 multiplied by r into r. So r has been provided from the as a double r. So double r, which has been declared inside this function double void display area circumference, is a parameter. Okay. So as a parameter, r is being thrown into similar to the area. So equals to 2 pi r. So 2 into pi is 3.141 multiplied by r. Then you are displaying the value of area and circumference. So now we'll be seeing a swapping of two programs. So int n1 and n2. So these two we have declared a variable of a function called void display with int n1 and n2. These two are the parameters which have been declared with the data type of int. So int temp. So system.println number before the swap. So temp. So number before the swap n1 and n2 will be shown up. So if suppose you are putting 2 and 3. Now temp will hold the value of the first value. Suppose n1 has 2 and n2 has 3. So 2 will be stored inside temp. Now n1 equals to n2 means basically n2. So since n2 holds a value of 3, 3 will be copied into n1. So both n1 and n2 will have 3. Then we are so now n1 has 3 and n2 has also 3. Since the value of n1 was saved inside the temporary variable, now n2 equals to temp. So now the first value which was stored inside 2, the 2 is in temp. Now temp is being stored inside n2. So basically we are reversing the two parts. So n1 will have now 3 and n2 will have 2. So basically we have swapped the two positions of the values. So this program was using a temporary variable. This program is without a temporary variable. So if you want to swap two numbers without using the third variable or temporary variable, so what you need to do is, suppose n1 has 2 and n2 has 3. So n1 equals 2 plus 3. So n1 holds a value of 2 and n2 holds a value of 3. So 2 plus 3 is 5. So n1 has 5. So n2 equals to n1 minus n2. So n1 has what? 5 and n2 has 3. So 5 minus 3 is 2. So now n2 will be 5 minus 2. 5 minus 3 is what? 5 minus 3 is 2. So n1. So n2 has So 2 3. Now let us do again. The n1 has 2 and n2 has 3. Now n1 plus n2 is what? 2 plus 3. So 5. 5 will be stored inside n1. Now n2 equals to 5 minus n2. So n2 holds a value of 3. So 5 minus 3 is 2. So n2 will be 2. And n1 equals to n1 minus n2. So n1 is certainly 5. So 5 minus 3. So 5 minus 2 is 3. So the value has been swapped. Flow of control. There are two ways of flow of control: if statement, if else statement, nested if statement, a conditional operator, switch statement, and the iteration of is for loop, while loop, and do while loop. So the first of is selection operator. So this is basically a if else condition. Suppose if you provide a condition, if it is true, then the statement will be executed, else the statement won't be executed. Let us see an example to verify what you want to say. So suppose a class age has been declared with void display function int age. So int age will be accepting as a parameter. So int age has been declared as a parameter. So when this function will be run, so we will be passing the argument in that function. So age, suppose age is 16. So if age is 16, less 16 is greater than equal to 18. So it is being checking that if 16 is greater than 18. So definitely not. So this function, the statement under this part will not execute. But if it is suppose the age is 18, so 18 is greater than equals to 18. So 18 is definitely not greater than 18, but 18 is equal to 18. So the function will become true, and this will print out. So similarly, greater than less than equation. So in this function you are seeing that we are accepting three values. Suppose 2 3 5. Okay, so int LAR means largest. So largest value will be stored. So first value will be stored inside LAR. So suppose a has 2. Suppose a has 2. So basically if you write like this, so a equals to 2, b equals to 3, and c equals to 5. So this largest value has now a value of 2. Now it is checking that if 2 is greater than 3. So if 2 is not greater than 3, so basically largest will become, since largest value of b is being stored inside largest, so b will hold a value of largest. Now again the largest value is now 3. So 3 again will checked with value of 5. So definitely we can see that it is not. So the output of largest will be shown up. If else condition is that if this condition is true, then only this will execute. If this condition is false, then this condition will execute. Okay, so let us go through. So even out program, so we have accepted a value of n. Okay, now n divide n percent 5. Suppose n equals to 5. So 5 divided by 2 is what? 2 2s are 4. Remainder is 1. So definitely remainder is not 1. So always remember that the percentage symbol is a division symbol which is used to get the remainder part of after operation on two operands. So since remainder is 1, so basically 1 is not equal to 0. So definitely this part will execute. But if the n was 4, so a2 divided by 2 is 2 divided by 2 is 4. So remainder is 0. So 0 is equal to 0. So it will become true, and this part will be executed. So even number. Now nested if. So if you are put if in if statement, another statement is called nested if. So if condition is true, then this part will be executed. Similarly, if it is false, then this part will be executed. This is the way of nested execution. Now syntax of multiple conditions. So if you want to use multiple conditions like logical and logical or, remember that logical and works on two functions, two conditions. So if the first condition is true and the second condition is also true, then only the output will be true. So if the conditions, if any one of them is false, suppose the first condition is true but the second condition is false, so definitely the answer will be false. So always expect that for AND operator, both the conditions which has to be supplied, for suppose condition 1 and condition 2 must be true for executing this one. So if any one of them or both of them are false, then the statement will be executed. And for OR operator, it just asks that if both the conditions are true, and or if any one of them is true, then only statement 1 will be executed. But in case that both the conditions are false, then statement 2 will be executed. So let us see that class max. So void int a int b int c. So if basically we are checking the suppose 2, B is 3 and C is 5. So 2 is greater than 5, 2 is greater than B is definitely true. Then B is greater than C is no. So no, it is not. Is it greater than B? Because B C holds a value of 5, so it becomes false. So this one condition is true, one condition is false. So this statement will not be executed. Then we'll go into if else statement. Then if else statement is what? 3 is greater than 3 is greater than A. Yes, true. But 3 is greater than B. No, it is false. So since what I have said, just that if for AND condition, if both the conditions are true, then only it will be executed. So this condition will not be executed. Then we will check that C holds a value of 5. So 5 is greater than 2. It is true. And C holds a value of 5 and it is greater than 3. So it is both the conditions are true. So that is why we will show up that this condition will be executed and it will show that the C is the largest number. Now let us check the conditional operator. Conditional operator, it is also called ternary operator. So it is a three operand operator. So basically what happens that whatever we did here, in the if else part, we can express it in the shorthand form, that is called ternary operator. Basically what happens, this is the condition. Okay, so what happens, suppose if you are asked in a question that found out whether a given number is ordered even using ternary operator. Basically what you will do, you will write a function of void even odd, then you will ask a value of int number inside here. Then what you will write, you will write like this. So even even odd. So even odd. So if since even odd, then what you will do, if the number is even, then will display the value, else you will not. So basically we will write the condition like this: n mod 2 equal to 0 question mark. So if it is 0, pass the value of n, else pass the value of 0. So basically here you are taking the value, suppose a equals to 2 and b equals to 5. So basically what you are doing, it is asking that is 2 is greater than 5. No, it is definitely not. So since it is false, a will not be executed and b will be executed. So b will be so max will hold a value of b. But suppose a is 3 and b is 2. Now it is being checked that max equals to 3 greater than 2. Yes, it is true. Then a will be passed. Since a holds a value of 3, so max will hold a value of 3. So basically a will go inside here. Now switch statement, if you want to make a menu driven program or switch programs, that is called, for that purpose switch statements are being used very widely. So for writing a switch program, you need to write a condition followed by passing a condition, and if the condition matches the following one of the following cases, then the statement inside that will be executed. Okay, so let us check. Let's verify this question. So void display, so int display has been shown in day. So for example, so then the day command will, the day variable parameter is being thrown inside the day as argument, and after that the values will be checked. So basically if day is 1, so case 1 will be executed, then system.println Monday will be shown, and break command, what does it do, that it breaks the flow of statement, because since the break command will be executed, rest of the program part will not be executed, and directly will go and directly will end the program. Basically this happens. So if the day is 1, so this program will executed, this program block will execute. If day is 2, so then this program will block execute, and so on and so forth. And default case is optional. So if any of then if you say that suppose day equals to 8, okay, if you by any chances, if you put a value of day equals to 8, since it is not matching any of the following given cases, so the default case will be executed, and system.println wrong choice and try again will be shown up. Okay, now Now we will go into the for loop part. So there are three types of loop: for loop, while loop, and do while loop. Basically there are two types of loop: exit control loop and entry control loop. So do while loop is a exit control loop, and for loop and while loop is a entry control loop. So let us see the what are the steps to write for loop. So first of all, for initialization, then condition, then increment or decrement, and followed by the statement. Now how the other ordered execution is going on. First of all what I have written: for initialization, then condition, then your increment decrement, followed by statement. So first of all, the condition will be executed. They will go into the condition. If the condition is true, then the statement will be printed and the number will be incremented by 1. Okay. Then until unless this condition becomes false, this whole loop will then it will go to the condition, will go and again until unless this condition becomes false. Whenever the condition becomes false, you directly go to the output and display the output. Okay.